Hey guys, it's BD from bdoneyewear.com, my website where you can get free eyewear styling, articles on optometry and eyewear, and where you can shop eyewear as well. So I get a lot of questions from people, usually on Instagram, just asking a lot about optometry, pre-reg, uni, work, that kind of stuff. And they're usually really long, and so I struggle to answer them on Instagram in detail because, like, how long am I going to type for? Do you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm going to do this new series where I answer your questions on here. That way I can talk for as long as I want about it. You can comment, other people can comment their opinions and stuff. I just think it would be more useful than like trying to reply to like a long ass DM on Instagram. So I will do some questions that I've gotten in the past as well, because I realize they might actually help people in the future. But this one I got quite recently. So the question is blah 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 blah. Where did you do your pre-reg and how is it like to be a pre-reg? What would you say is the most challenging part of it? Please, anything you wish you knew before starting yours. And last, what is it like to be black in the industry? As for being black in the industry, I uploaded a video about that recently, so I will link that up here and I'll link it down below so you can check that out afterwards. We'll just take it question by question, because this is what I mean, like there's like 4 questions there. So where did you do your pre-reg? I did my pre-reg in a multiple. So multiple is one of the big optometry stores like everybody knows about on the high street. So I did it in a multiple, but it was a small store. There were maybe 3 testing rooms. It wasn't really that big. And I did it just outside of London. Yeah. As in, not like proper, well, it was outside of London, but it was like an hour drive. Like, yeah, there. How is it like to be a pre-reg? To be a pre-reg, I'm not gonna lie, I really hated it. I feel like anybody who has been watching me for any length of time knows that I just hated pre-reg. I hated it. It's like a necessary evil, but I hated it. And that's not to put you off or to make you think it's gonna be gloom and doom. I personally, yeah, I hated it. Just because you're working and then you're going home and you're studying, and then it's just like a whole year of questioning yourself and feeling like you're inadequate and you're not good enough and you don't know anything. And I think after work can really like mess with your mind. Like so with pre-reg, I don't know how much you lot know about pre-reg, but this was a while back for me, so let me try and remember. You have your stage 1, your stage 2 and your OSCE. Stage 1 you have like a billion competencies that you tick off, but they're good because with stage 1 competencies it's like little bite-sized chunks. Yeah, it's like little bite-sized chunks and you can just tick them off bit by bit. It's fine, right? And then with stage 2 it's like big slices of cake, yeah, and like you have to just eat them all. And so I know this is not making sense, but you have a lot of competencies in stage 1, but like chances are you're going to pass some of them each time your assessor comes. So there's little wins, like you feel like, oh good, I got pupils, oh good, I got this one, I got that one. You feel good even if you didn't get the other ones. Whereas with stage 2, like you can pass some and then fail one and then you failed. So I think I've mentioned this before, like I failed my stage 2 twice. So the first time I passed the refraction bit and I failed the contact lens bit, and the second time I passed the contact lens bit and failed the refraction bit. So it's just like you just feel trash. You just feel like, what am I doing? Why am I even here? Well, not you, hopefully not you. That's how I felt. So yeah, it's really difficult, it's challenging. How is it to be, what is it like to be a pre-reg? Yeah, it's difficult. And also you don't get paid very well. You get paid minimum wage. So like, even when you're trying to live your best life on the days you're not working, like, can you though really? Because you're not making that much. But like I say, it's a necessary evil. But when I look back now at pre-reg, it's like, oh yeah, thank God for it, because if not I wouldn't be here, you know. What would you say is the most challenging part of it? The most challenging part, all of it, the most challenging part I want to say is probably the beginning. I think it's probably the beginning, because you've just come out of uni and like you've never you've done eye tests and stuff at uni. You're more prepared than you think, but when you first come out of uni it's kind of like, oh mad, like I'm actually in a testing room in a shop, like people are gonna come see me, and then you have to consent everyone, like you have to, because you show patient records and stuff. I think you do, don't you? Yeah, you have to ask people, like let them know that you're a pre-reg, and then ask them, like, you know, if for their consent, if the examiner's gonna look over it and stuff. So I think all of that happens and people kind of like, they don't have the confidence in you. You get 2 types of people, to be honest. You get the ones that are kind of like, oh god, how long is this gonna take? It's gonna take 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And that's even being generous, because I was not at 45 minutes at the beginning, Lord no. And then you have the people who are like, oh, everyone needs to train, you know, take your time, whatever you need. And those people are blessings from the Lord. I'm telling you, those people, they just make it all worth it. So yeah, I would say the most challenging is at the beginning, because it's just that transition from uni into pre-reg. As it goes on, like, so by the time I was in stage 2, yes, I hated it because I kept failing the exam, yeah, but I was a better optom than I was when I first started. And that's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to make you think, okay, cool, you're not stupid, you deserve to be here, you deserve to be here. Because that's another thing, like, it just messes with your mental. You just feel, for me anyway, for me it did, I just felt like, wow, what am I doing here? Like, do I even know what I'm doing? Like, yeah. Please, anything you wish you knew before starting yours. Anything I wish I knew. Anything I wish I knew before starting pre-reg. I wish I knew, oh, I kind of did know, but maybe I didn't know, I don't know. I wish I knew that, like, not that it gets easier, but like, if you can just get through the first few months, like, everything else will be okay. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, it's weird, it's weird. I don't know how to explain this to you guys, it's weird. But if you can just get through the first few months, like, everything will be okay. I wish I knew the importance of your supervisor, because I thought a supervisor's just there, like, you know, check here and here. I had 2 supervisors actually. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I had 2 supervisors, and they both had different styles, but they were both lovely. Like, if you get on with your supervisors, if your supervisors are useful, then it will be a lot better, a lot better. It will be a better experience, a smoother experience. Not what I wish I knew, because I kind of knew this, but what I'm sharing with you is your supervisors are there to be bothered. I think they actually get money for you. I think they actually get paid something for having a pre-reg. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, okay, so you've been paid to do this. So any questions that I have, I don't care, all the time, ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. Anything you have, any questions you have, ask. Like, when you're in your pre-reg, this is the time where you can be confused and stuff, and people will get it. They'll be like, okay, you're a pre-reg. Ask whatever questions, even if you think they're stupid, ask them. Because I'm a pre-reg, I don't know, I'm not qualified, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? When you're qualified, people start expecting you to know things. So when you're a pre-reg, ask all the questions. Everyone. Ask your supervisor, ask people on the shop floor that might know. Because some of the optical staff, so dispensing opticians especially, they know a lot about lenses. They know a lot about lenses. As an optom, like, you don't really delve that deeply into that knowledge. You kind of just do surface level things and you're like, yeah, cool, whatever. But those dispensing opticians, ask them stuff. Even people in the lab, ask them, because they know stuff. Even optical assistants, especially ones that have been there for a long time, they know a lot of stuff. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions, because as a pre-reg, we're kind of like at the bottom of the totem pole. You're like lowly pre-reg, you know? So ask questions is my main one. If you're confused, ask questions. Don't be afraid to look stupid, because it's okay, because you're a pre-reg. So those are all the questions. If you want a detailed video on, like, my pre-reg experience, let me know. But yeah, that's answering that question today. If you do have any more questions, anything you want to ask, you can DM me on Instagram at BDOnEyewear, and I will answer it in a video for you, because I just feel like this format will work better. But yeah, guys, any comments or anything you want to say about your experience or your worries or whatever, just leave them in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at BDOnEyewear, and check out my website at bdoneyewear.com, and I will see you in the next video.